To see if there's got a little bit of steel in their defence to start this game in the first 20 minutes here.
So underway on a Sunday afternoon. These two sides played, it feels like a long time ago. Round number 1. And the Dragons won that by 28 points to 4. Tyrell Sloan was a hat-trick scorer in that match. And St George Illawarra with first use here. And on to the edge, Sewer off Hunts. That's a nice sign on play number 2. Jaden was a little quiet last week in the Dragons' loss to the Bulldogs after having a huge game the previous week against Melbourne. So Lomax in for a touch over the 40-metre line. Haven't wasted any time here, making territory the home team. Little up for Luciano Leilua. Round the legs there was Jamin Jolliffe. Last tackle, Dragons. Kickers in place either side of the ruck. It is Ben Hunt, Jack Bird playing 5'8". No Kyle Flanagan today, as we know. And Kinney to bring it back for the Titans. Kinney goes straight through. Kinney with enormous speed. He's got support there. It's Fafita. And the Titans with their very first touch. What a player Keanu Kinney is. We are spoiled by star fullbacks in our competition. And he is one of the best.
Well, this kid is unbelievable. Not only does he average 180 metres week in and week out, at the start of the game, here's the Harvey Norman replay. Look at the footwork and just accelerates on the outside there. I think it was Little that missed the tackle. Jojo Fafita back on the inside there. What a start. He just sprints away. Sloan can't foot it with him. Throws out an arm. Fafita improves his position. And that's what they need of the Titans.
My goodness. What a try. What a... Talk about silence the crowd. We'll head down to Matty Russell in a moment, but I think it's Morg like they are stunned at what has just happened there. One missed tackle, and Kinney is away. What a player. They have Jaden Campbell, they have AJ Brimson in their ranks, and Kinney has made the fullback spot his own.
Some great outside running backs, haven't they? The Titans, and that was a perfect view of it there.
6-0 scoreline. Matty Russell, incredible start.
Andrew, Stephen, good afternoon. Yes, stunned silence is the appropriate expression. That's exactly how the Dragons crowd feels right now. Give me more of Keanu Kinney. What about his development under Des Hasler this season? Other clubs said, too small, we don't want him. Well, he's only too small if you can catch him, and no one can catch him at the moment. He sets up Fafita magnificently. A dream start for a club that's yet to win in Wollongong. 0-5 here. What Dragon might answer? Well, maybe Tyrell Sloan. He scored in 8 of his 11 games here. 3 against the Titans in round 1, Andrew.
And running into the breeze in the first half. The Titans, that is some moment. Gee, there's been some highlights out of this round already, and we've got the Sharks and Knights to play later this afternoon on the Sunday ticket here on Fox League, and that's very important as well.
Well, it would have been in the game plan too, that you've got to have a great kick chase on Kinney, not the biggest of players, but if your line staggered, that's exactly what will happen to you. What a start. Puts them straight in the game now, the Titans.
The feet up to halfway. They're a hard team to catch. The Titans, this may be one of those on days. Boy, oh boy, he's ready to go again. Kinney there. Looking to make the defence question what they're doing. They're going to catch him. Foran with a bomb. Holds up for Sloan to catch him and bring it back. So St George Illawarra have the ball for the second time in the match. There was nothing wrong with their first set. It was pretty good, in fact. And yet they found themselves literally seconds later conceding points. So the loss of the Dolphins, the Dragons have this enormous opportunity today to control their finals destiny. Lomax with an offload, back for Bird. Jack Bird is a bit of a shot window for Jack today. Doubts about where he'll be next season and beyond. Laurie with the ball. 5 short of halfway. Little now. Sloan up in the front line. Good sign. Into Titans territory. Last tackle now. Little to Ben Hunt. There's chasers on the kick. It's out to the wing of Lofi Khan Pereira. Another one of the speedsters, and across to Kinney. And a little ironic, Little is the man there to make the tackle.
He made sure of it then. It wasn't a staggered line that time from the kick chase downfield. I don't think the Saints have got any problems. They've got big, huge forwards. They can march upfield quite comfortably. It's probably the end of the sets that are really going to hamper them unless they get their act together here.
We've highlighted it before with the Dragons from the Fox Sports Lab. It's a big number. No team has scored less points in the opening 20 minutes of matches this year than the Dragons in the NRL. This is a team that could be playing finals football, but their opening 20 does not produce points. For and along, Kinney, and then using Philip Sami. He's a tackle buster as well. And Fiona will have his hands full, marking him. Last tackle, Foran's kick. Chasing is Campbell. Sloan is there. Great catch by Sloan. Landed and took off. He's quite the athlete.
Yeah, under all sorts of pressure too. He's a confidence player. And he'll get plenty out of that take.
So if you stop the tape at 5.5 minutes, the fullbacks own the highlights reel. Dragons with the ball just outside the 30. Little across with Eisenhuth. Hunts. There is Sewer. Bumps away from Brian Kelly. Ball ended up going forward. A lost ball. The Dragons an error inside their own half. I don't think he was trying to offload. It's a turnover and advantage Gold Coast.
Well, I reckon it might be the second grab there from Kelly. He got bumped off early. Maybe there's a little bit of a hand on the ball there, but hang on to the football a little bit better than that. Straight away on the attack now, the Titans. They've started fast here, 40 metres out.
So this is a side that was kept scoreless last week, the Titans. Really embarrassed by the Sharks, 44-0. So get on the board quickly this week. Here's Kinney again. Captured by Bird there. 30 away from the line. Cleese Haas on the run. And they have good field position here. Only second tackle in the set. Cross with Clark. And they kept feeding along there. Foran just holding it up nicely. A runner for Feeta. That's a good tackle on Big David. 15 from the line. Set restart. Titans with Jamin Jolliffe. Could be 2 tries on the board in just a moment. Verrills and Randall. Foran knocked down by Fiona. Came back to Eisenhuth. No whistle. Tui Pilatu puts the brakes on pretty quickly. He seemed like he was in no mood to try and sprint another 60. Dragons back up to halfway. Trying to work out what happened actually there. It was off a Dragon, went to Eisenhuth. The play continued. 40 away from the Titans line on the back of a set restart as well. Popolo running into forward. Little, right side, Bird. Then for Laurie to bump it to within 25 metres of the Titans line. Little, Jack Bird, Hunts, Leilua has tipped on by Sloan, was brilliant, all the way to the corner, Christian Tui Pilatu. The Dragons strike back. We might be in for some sort of game here today.
I was just about to say, when they got the football back, Tui Pilatu was a little bit slow. He didn't take off. I thought he might have been injured, but he finishes this off well. It's a great try there from the Dragons. Here's the turnover. Well, that's a knock on, isn't it? Throws the arm out there. Fiona, the number 3 for the Saints. I thought he pulled up pretty quickly there. And here's the play. Always dangerous. Sloan, that's a money ball there. The ball on the outside. Tui Pilatu is good enough to score.
That was a weird one, wasn't it? Pulling up short of the corner. I thought, what are you doing? You're giving them a chance. Just zero in on that corner. And here he goes. He's doing that. And he just checks the stride. Allowed Sami a shot at him, but still good enough to score.
What did you think downfield?
Well, I feel for the referee. He's got to make a decision. He either pulls up play or it's play on. He went play on a ball that's not dramatically forward or back either way. You know, he has to make a call, and he can't go check it on the video, so he just said play on.
Yep. Well, they're off to a start anyway after Pretty ordinary start there from the Dragons. They get themselves back in. Difficult conversion here.
Back home for you today, isn't it, Blocker? Wollongong boy.
Great to be home.
Did you get to play at the old Wollongong showground back in the day?
Do you know what? I made my debut here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. With a dog track?
Yeah. Against the Illawarra Steelers.
There you go.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. The
That's
song.
their song, Illawarra Steelers.
I think I'll need Matt Russell to verify Blocker's rendition. The kick from Lomax. Big curl on it. Wynn got hold of that one. 6-4 Titans. Matty Russell.
I won't sing for you, but I will praise Tuipolotu with that 7th try in his 11th game this season, doing a good job on a wing where Mika Ravalawa plied his trade. Well, here's the tip-on from Tyrell Sloan magnificently, and the try scoring continues for the new look left winger at the Dragons. I didn't mention the wind in my first touch, Andrew. Really significant. A sou'wester in behind the Dragons. It makes you wonder whether they need to lead before they run into this gale in the second half.
Yes, I wonder if Ben Hunt is even as soon as this next set pull the trigger on a little 40-20 attempt early. Although that ball bounces up, it's anyone's. They're off again. Leilua trying to get away, does get away from Fafita. The big fella tramples almost over the top of Campbell. If he passes infield, they score for sure. They may still find their way to the line. Sloan with it. 20 away, now it's Sewer. Titans scrambling in all directions. And just like that, St George Illawarra, 5 metres from the Titans line. A bizarre kickoff where the wind played a part. Now Eisenhuth with the ball. There's a setup with Matty Russell. Wind on cue, set restart Dragons. Bird to Hunt, they may only need one, yes they will. A running Ben Hunt to score the Dragons' second try. The customary kick into the stands. And the Dragons bounce back from conceding the first try in the opening minute.
Yeah, I like that Ben Hunt backs himself there. They were short of numbers on the left-hand side. The retreat wasn't that good, but from the kick-off straight away, we see Leilua go straight through. He looked like he just didn't worry about passing the ball back on the inside. He just wanted to trample all the Titans in front of him. We know what a wonderfully gifted ball player he is, but he takes the tackle. They shift the ball to the right-hand side, and then Ben Hunt all of a sudden gets it and backs himself. Campbell just caught in the seat there. He's that dangerous, that close to the line, Ben Hunt. Backs himself, the skipper. And they go back-to-back, the Saints.
Ben Hunt now 84 career tries. It's a big tally. You think of all the ones he's set up, he's had 29 try assists this year. Actually, in his career record is a hat-trick against the Titans when he was a Bronco some 7 years ago. Hasn't had too many hat-tricks in his career, Benny Hunt, but one of them was against the Titans. And here you go, from 6-0 down to 10-6 up. Well, you can't look away. If we're going to have kickoffs like that and the breeze play a part and push the ball back 15 metres.
Well, they hadn't really had to use their kicking game with the breeze in the first half, the Dragons. They made long-range breaks after the Titans started so well. I wonder if he'll kick early in this set. We'll see what happens. He'll have it summed up pretty quickly, Hunt.
For the record, it is only 2 career hat-tricks. So one against the Titans, the other one against South Sydney from Ben Hunt. So Bird fielding that kick and the breeze again. I mean, the ball coming down 15 metres short of the line. It's not their intention off the boot. So it is definitely a factor. As in the old days, we used to put a points value on the breeze. We don't tend to do that in the modern game, but I know one thing, you wouldn't want to be behind with a breeze this strong at your back in the first half. Little now, Eisenhuth just tipping it along, and Francis Molo on that carry. 4 tackles through here. They're outside the ball. Eisenhuth got away from Jolliffe. Very consistent for them. Last tackle, Hunt with a bomb. Breeze will carry it down inside the 10. Kinney underneath it. Chasers need to be there. Little's there again. Makes the tackle.
Gee, he gets into top speed pretty quickly, doesn't he? Kinney. Have your eyes on him every time now. A little bit of a fight now to get back into the game. The Titans haven't had the football for the last 5 minutes anyway. They've got to complete here.
Over the 30-metre line, the battle of coaches Hasler and Flanagan today. Flanagan holds the advantage, 4-3 in 7 previous meetings. Des Hasler's only ever won once at this ground in his coaching career. Matty highlighted the Titans' bare record, but Des's career across other clubs is rather barren. It's foreign kicks from 5 metres inside the Dragons' half. And fielded by Sloan and straight away to Lomax. And the Dragons start another set outside their 20. Now for Fiona, that is Max playing at right centre. Matt's on the left. Now Jaden Sewer. In a quick time, they're outside the 40, halfway through the set. Little on for 2, Pilotu. Bursting with confidence after the early try. That's his 6th carry of the game. 6 carries, 14 minutes from the winger. Molo now. Dragons playing a power game in this set. Last tackle, Little for Hunt. Tests him out again. It is Lomax's side. He's getting through. It's fielded by Khan Pereira with some relief. And then Lomax there to make the tackle. So the Gold Coast Titans off their own line.
Well, it's good he had the presence of mind to get back in that field of play. He took the ball and had to run the ball off his own line. Would have thought that he might have landed in the in-goal area, but keeps playing. Another good kick there from Hunt, who's putting on pressure at the back 3 there for the Titans.
Brighton, a really breezy start here. 3 tries scored in 15 minutes on the Sunday ticket, ahead of the Knights and Sharks doing battle a little later. Kick from Foran, again holding up. You want to be sure of it if you're going to let it bounce. Sloan with a tip back to Lomax. I don't think that was rehearsed. Dragons have the ball 25 from their line.
Look a little bit gassed at the moment. I'm just watching Leilua get back on sides. Brilliant with the ball, but they've got to go back-to-back sets. He struggles a little bit in defence. Wonderful ball runner, but we've seen that early in the game.
Bell into the play. Molo, the man off the field for St George Illawarra. Here is Little for Hunt on the right side, dropping it off for Sewer. That combination working well again today. Sloan pushes up. Last play it is for St George Illawarra here. On the right for Hunt. He's looking for his man. Lomax, can he time his leg? He sure can! And then the ball ends up with Khan Pereira. Titans counter-attack. Run, Philip Sami, run! Takes on Hunt, who makes the tackle. What happened to Zach on the far side of the field? He might have to defend in a moment. Kinney with it. Turning them around. This is quite the game. What happened here to Zach Lomax? He's got it. He loses it off the hip. Hangs on to that. Dragons have their 3rd try. 30 away. Verrills out in front of Randall. Then on for Jolliffe. This is very much the roller coaster start for 2 coaches and their fans. Randall now. Foreign right to the line. Campbell threw it high. Nice hands there from Khan Pereira. The leap with hands raised above the head. 4 tackles down. Campbell will take a hard run with Clark, and that was a nice play. Fiona down low. Sewer over the top. Last play with Foran. Steadies. Kick is there. It's a contest. The Dragons have the answer. And Bird, the man playing it right on the goal line.
Yeah, just the good thing about the Titans is they just attack straight away. They've only got the length of the field in that set of 6 tackles, so trying to play that up-tempo style game. Nothing to lose here this afternoon. They can be of nuisance value to the Dragons, and they're playing like that.
Slowly just bringing that one back for the Dragons. So 55% of the ball, the Dragons early. 9 from 10 completion rate. And now their first penalty, the first penalty of the match.
A little bit of a clip over the top. Looks like David Fafita on DeBellin. Yep, there it is. It's on report too. Hit him with his bicep, really.
Yeah, he did. Bicep. Now Hunt, if he launches this, he could bite off 30 metres with the touch finder here. And will do. He's taken it up to 40 out from the Titans line.
All the way, back. Chris, got away. David, wait.
He's got a feeling this day, this might be a Tyrell Sloan sort of day. He's had a lot of involvement early in the opening 18 and a half minutes. See if he can be a factor in this set. DeBellin. Right arm looking for an offload there. Little. Pushed on by Bird. Eisenhuth in a wrestle with Campbell and Fafita. 21 away now. They've scored the last 2 tries. Little to Bird. Dropped off there for Laurie. And Laurie onto his back. Verrills did a bit of driving there with Randall. Little and Bird. Bird a dummy, lost it. He got it back, lost it again.
I think the ball stuck to his hands there. He was trying to throw it out the back. A bit of super glue on there. Looks like he was trying to shift that ball out the back and it just stuck.
Yeah, it was a weird one, wasn't it? Went up his arm. And over the top, it's a missed opportunity, St George Illawarra. Quarter of the game gone. Now they concede their first penalty. Eisenhuth ping there. And this will push the Titans a little bit upfield. They, on the other hand, they can't bite off too much going for the touch finders. Soccer's in full flight up on the hill here in Wollongong. Oh, Fafita. He was laughing as he fended off Jaden Sewer there.
That's a way to get him involved in the game. The ball straight off a penalty off the tap.
So we'll start a little slow, the Dragons to clear away the waving arm from referee Raymond. Here it was. Fafita just runs straight at Jaden Sewer. Sewer, one of the players that took an Origin jersey ahead of David Fafita this year. Maybe there's a little point to prove. Isaac Liu, Foran, Ginny, nice work, Sami, and they keep it going. Kelly bobbed up on the right, and Fafita puts it down. This is a real throwback when you have the 2 centres side by side, and Sami and Kelly combining.
It might have been better to bite into the line a bit there, Kelly. Just pass the ball for the sake of passing here. They'd number up pretty well. There's nothing doing. Just dug into the line.
That's a real throwback, though, isn't it? Inside, outside centre. That's Cronin Rogers. We're going a long way back. Have the 2 centres side by side. So, scrum 10 metres out from the line. St George Illawarra. If you missed the start of the game, you missed one of the highlights of the round. Keanu Kinney setting up a 95-metre try for Jojo Fafita. The first touch the Titans had in the match. Now Lomax with the ball. And we've got the 2 sets of twins today. Toby Couchman's now come out for the Dragons. I am hoping there's a moment where Toby, Ryan, Matt and Max are all out there, the Fionnés and the Couchmans.
I think they add a little bit more mobility to the pack. Some big boppers, haven't they? The Saints side. Here's one of them.
Tackle low, 4 in there. Little off to play the ball. DeBellin feeding along for Couchman. Toby it is. He's playing his 8th game for the year. Brother Ryan, when he gets on, it'll be his 4th appearance for the season. Back for Hunt. A lot of heights. Ginny's ready for it. Another good catch by the Titans fullback. And brings it back to the 20-metre line. Kinney, we're 22 minutes into the contest and we've got him over 100 running metres already. It's been quite a dazzling show.
You've just got to be willing to get into the grind, into the breeze here. Fatigue starting to set in a little bit for both sides.
Liu, good run. Got through the tackle of DeBellin. Anzac up to halfway. One of the veterans of the Titans side. Now Kinney does everything at speed. There's another 15 metres made. Straight down the centre. Campbell a bomb on the last. Lomax will have to defuse it. He does so. Lomax then offloads. Sloan with it. Dragons have the ball 19 metres out from their line. Lomax straight away wraps around for a carry.
I see a little bit of support there for Kinney. He went straight through footwork, and Des Hazard will be saying that we've got to follow him when he's got the ball. Anything can happen. They're waiting for the next play that time in Titans.
Well, got my wish. Ryan Couchman's now out there in 15 for the Dragons. So 2 sets of identical twins on at the same time here for St George Illawarra. Hunt with the ball. Little.
Have to be a first, wouldn't it?
Sewer. Back away for Leilua off Couchman. Fionney. Well, the next part of the wish list is have all 4 involved in one passenger play blocker.
All good.
Third, not his highest kick. An attack. Oh, Kinney. Even at full speed and losing the ball, he doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't slow down. He was losing the ball and didn't pull the throttle back at all.
Nice, Jim.
Quite a player. There he is, Keanu Kinney. Titans with it outside their 30. Watch this catch again. Bang. He's still pushing forward. There's been going on there. Titans are 41 away from the Dragons line. And Verrills pushes up. It's tackled by the Couchman brothers. Little, the third man in there. Left side from Randall to Campbell. Using Kelly. Drew the defence in. Fafita offload to Khan Pereira. Turn and pass. Hail Mary. Randall. Kinney kicks for himself. He'll chase hard. Sloan is there. Somersault. Dragons have the ball.
And that's what I said. Just expect something a little bit different from Kinney. Tried to kick away from Tyrell Sloan there, but he covered the ground pretty quickly. That was a great tackle over the other side of the field. Big Fafita. It was Lomax who just put a shot on him one-on-one.
So they'll come out of trouble. Lomax, yet another carry, yet another offload. It was loose, there was risk involved. Up with it was Toby Couchman. Toby able to offload to Bird. The Dragons, Jack Bird now, back to Couchman. He had the ball lost, stripped away from Ryan. And Campbell comes up with the ball. This game's got a bit of everything. I mean, we could end up anywhere. 25 into this contest. Now Sewer in a bit of a battle with Kelly. Sewer got pushed down. Well, this is ill discipline from the Titans. Jaden Sewer wins that one. Brian Kelly, you have been sucked in there.
There was a little bit extra put into the tackle there by Sewer a little bit earlier. Kelly got up and played the ball. Just pushes him away.
He's been played like a fiddle. Brian Kelly will be embarrassed to see this on the big screen. He'll look away.
It was a nice little act there from Sewer.
Well, that's right. I mean, that's right. The battle, and that's a penalty conceded whilst in possession. Des will not be happy with that. 10-6 scoreline for the Dragons. The scoring has stopped for the moment, and 3 tries in the first 12 minutes of play. Now into the 27th minute. Couchman on that right edge, Ryan. Playing the ball 20 away. Infield for Bird. There with DeBellin. Little. Back for Bird. Then for Hunts. Show and then goes wide. What a pass. Lomax on his way. Ben Hunt has 30 try assists for the year, a career best. And that was one of his best. That play right there.
Well, it certainly was. Just watch the way he sums it up here. Hunt, with the experience, goes to the line. Second man play here. He looks up. And the pass over the top took his time. Fionney it was who was running onto that football, but used him up as a decoy and then just floats the ball straight to Lomax, and he finishes quite comfortably. Good play. The Couchman brothers, since they've been on, have been making a few incisions through the middle of the Titans. Been a good couple of changes there from the coach, Shane Flanagan. But you can put it down to Ben Hunt.
3 tries to the Dragons. Zach, you're going to miss Ben next year. As we know, off to the Eels, but it's been quite a combo this year. Ben Hunt, Zach Lomax, who now has 13 tries for the season. Lomax, his Dragons teammates, in a huddle back on the centre of halfway.
Well, it makes it look a bit better, Andrew. 14-6. They'll need a few points to go in at half-time in the lead. Titans, as we mentioned before, huge breeze behind them in the second half. They'll be hungry for more points before this first half ends. The Dragons, I would imagine.
Okay, now I'm going to lend on your local knowledge. This breeze blowing.
Always a big southerly here.
Yeah, okay. So Lomax, his aim here has got to be outside the left upright blocker if you were over there kicking.
Well, I never got a kick in my
No, you did not.
Not even in my last game.
No.
Miserable buggers they are.
Well, do you want to just take a stab at where he's aiming?
I reckon he just far left post and he'll just come in.
All right, here we go.
Come around.
And the blocker's given the advance. Blocker El Masri. And Lomax, he's done it. His aim is, where's the breeze? Block, what have you done? Nothing. Matt Russell sideline.
What about this combination? Ben Hunt for Zach Lomax. Yes, Zach scored 13 tries this season. 10 of them have been set up by Ben Hunt. It's the best combination in the league. Ahead of the Chad Townsend, Jeremiah Nene combination, Hunt for Lomax. It's worked all season for the Red V. You spoke about centres playing side by side and the halves playing side by side. It is retro round on Fox League, Andrew. A bit of rugby league retro this evening and tonight on Sunday night with Matty Johns. Brett Kenny is joined by Steve Renoff Sunday night with Matty Johns.
We'll talk about two great 5'8" end centre, Brett Kenny, Steve Renoff. But think about it a little bit earlier when Hunt put that kick up and Lomax took it and then dropped it. Remember that? Would have been another try assist to Hunt.
Tuipulotu bringing it back. Dragons 35 out from their own line, from 6-0 down to 14-6 up. That was Brian Couchman pushing along on the edge to Jaden Suo. If you're playing along at home and trying to identify the Couchmans, Toby has the little bit of tape on the left wrist. That's about all you've got to separate the two. You'd like to think they'd wear different boots. They decided to both go with white. They're 40 away from the line, played by Ryan. That's right, they still wear the same clothes when they're out in public. The whole deal. Back away from Bird to Hunt. 30 metres out. The Lomax show again. Here comes Zach. He got a hand to it again and knocked it forward. Kitty with a ball. What a weapon Zach Lomax is.
Pereira, every time he sees the ball go up, I would say that he's having second thoughts about whether to go for it or not. So good in the air, Lomax.
Well, if that's their strategy to let him go for it, he's going to get him at some stage. He will score.
If we're going to see a lifted tackle here, Carlton Pereira stayed down. What's this for technique? Jack DeBellin, so good at it. Well, I reckon that's fair game, but anyway, I've seen him pulled up this season, lifting above the horizontal. Play on.
You know, if you're saying, does he go past the horizontal? The answer is no, he doesn't. And it must be said, Ryan Couchman played a job in making sure it didn't. So Titans with the ball inside their 20. But a reminder, they are running into a big breeze in this first half. A little high tackle, Sami straight to his feet. Not a little leg up penalty there to the Gold Coast.
Might have been Jack Bird coming in over the top, their second man in. Just a little lazy arm over the top.
And the ball able to be batted in by Sloan. Dragons come up with it into the breeze. Dangerous play, Titans. Oh, for Fafita. Got Bird, who was trying to put a fend out. Didn't land at all.
You deserve to be made paid for that. That's a horrible mistake. Sloan did well.
Although, mind you, from the Lomax kick, there are gusts coming up here and there. It can go a little quiet and pick up again. Lomax thought the wind would play a part in his previous conversion. It didn't. Now Hunt runs it. the away. Dragons ball. Little pushing up. With Sloan to centre field. Couchman goes hard at them. Ryan 10 metres away from the line. Last tackle, Dragons. Is it a kick right? DeBellini doesn't buy into it. Jack goes himself. Jack obviously hasn't watched too many highlights of kicks to the right wing this season. He might have missed them.
He probably wasn't the right man to get the football to on the last tackle, but he had a go, come off the right foot. Didn't place the line. Not bad defensively now for the Dragons, where the Titans have got to work the ball off their own line. It's been all the Dragons the last 10 minutes. They've found a little bit extra energy and matching it with the pace with the Titans now.
Fido has his 5th carry of the day. On. Came into first grade back in round 5. He's pretty much been there ever since. Bench player for the Titans. Kelly. Fenn there with Max Fionnay. So the Fionnay's got the idea. Max wears the blue boots. Matt wears the white boots. They sorted that easy. Now Campbell, that one holding up for Lomax on the catch. So George Illawarra with an 8-point advantage, 7.5 to go. I think that they need one more before half-time to really feel like they've done a half's work here for Dragons. Now Little on with Tuipulotu. This time Little. Fionnay.
This is where Sloan should come into the game now. A little bit of fatigue setting in. 7 minutes to go before half-time. He's Little.
Little straight down the middle. Support. Little away. There is Couchman. The Dragons. The boy with the white wristband has scored.
He just confirmed he doesn't roll over
Toby Couchman for the St George Illawarra Dragons. A try scorer from the Thurul Butchers.
Yeah, we're just saying, we're just waiting there for someone to explode. Little has, that's really his first run. Marcus got caught, little bit of footwork, Doug's under. Toby Couchman, what an athlete he is. Gets himself into the clear. They did their best to hold him up. Does he get the football down? This one will tell us. Well done there by Little. He's got wonderful pace. Beats Haas. Look at the speed. Straight through. Skips out. Couchman with the support. Pins the ears back. As Campbell tries to come up with a tackle. He's short there. Well, a little bit of scrape on the ground there.
I think you've got to believe that he did. And he's from Thurul. I think he's honest. I think he's straight as an arrow.
He's a butcher.
That's it. Thurul butcher. There don't fibbles out of Thurul. Couchman getting the try. I must say, and we've had a bit of fun with it, I think they're part of the future of this club.
Oh,
Toby and Ryan, I can't see a day where they're not playing in Shane Flanagan's 17.
Yeah, you know what they've got, Andrew? They've got mobility. They're a lot different to the different styles of builds of most of the blokes in the Dragons pack. Another good off-season for those young fellas. You're going to hear a lot more about them. Just the awareness to know that Little is going to break out a dummy half like that, and just to be there on the spot.
801 career points for Zach Lomax, and now the Dragons feel a little better about their efforts from the first half. 20 points to 6, Matty.
Yeah, Couchman scores the try, but let's salute Jacob Little. Started 19 of the Dragons' 20 games this season, giving them great service in the dummy half role, and he wants a big finish to the season, of course. A former Dragon, Damien Cook, inbound in 2025. Jacob Little isn't going to hand over the number 9 jersey for free. Well done on 2024, Jacob Little.
No, I thought Little looked Winchester-esque there, Matty, on that run. Which flags. DeBellin will run it back for St George Illawarra. 20 points to 6. Still time for more points. 5 minutes to the break. But the shock of the first try is now well in the rearview mirror. The Dragons stunned at the start to the game from the Titans. Poor old Desi's thinking, oh, out the fence. Come on. Got to pick up. Couchman. Hunts, Sloan, standing at centre was Lomax. Just outside the 30. So no attempted 40-20 in the first half. They haven't really had that position. Fourth tackle, if they were going to try it, this would be the last time in the half. But their running game's working for them now. Straight through the centre. This is looking very untidy for the Titans now. Time it was Toby Couchman making another 15 metres. High ball for Kinney. And a little too long for Lomax to get through, but the Titans are under assault. Kinney taken back in goal. They're doing a little bit of ripping and tearing here, the Dragons.
Yeah, that's good play there from the Dragons, just to hold them up. Kinney, that's one of the Couchman boys again, following through the kick. The game's turned on a dime since those couple of boys have been on the field. Just good leg speed through the middle of the ruck. Just adds his weight on there. Kinney, not the biggest man. The Titans, can they hang on right now? They're playing good football, the Dragons.
Well, if you try the short drop out here, I mean, there's a margin for error. Now you go a little bit longer into the breeze. Fielded by Bird. Only the second time this year the Dragons have scored 20 points in the first half. Bird runs it up to within 11 metres of the line. Might be 24 or 26 in a moment. Little up for Ryan Couchman. Can we have a Couchman double? With the two-seater. Just on the line. Little, Bird, flat run, and that time Toby is held up. They are everywhere. Little with the ball, back towards the post. Bird to Leilua. Fiona has bombed it.
Oh, he put it on a dime for him.
It was put into the hole blocker.
Beautiful pass. I already mentioned what great ball skills he got. They're saying they're going to challenge it. Might have been a hand from one of the Titans. Leilua. Great skill.
The Dragons knock on. The Dragons believe the Titans player touches the ball.
That's what might have put him off. Fiona there. It looked like he was straight through, but the ricochet.
Let's look at the right hand here of Philip Semi.
Yeah, I'd say yes. I'll say yes.
Philip Semi contacts the ball first, which is the first knock on. The challenge will be successful.
Well, the pressure's still on here. I don't think they can hang on. The Titans, to me, have, I won't say fallen apart, but they're in the process of. Their defence is all over the place.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem last week, too, against the Sharks. They got annihilated through the middle. And back in the second part of the first half here, the last 20 minutes, it's been exactly the same. Been carved up through the middle.
18 missed tackles, Titans. Dragons from the scrum. Sloan is lurking. He's moving to the right side.
Time on, break.
And they come away to the left. Fiona tackled 9 from the line. They're offside there. 20 points to 6. 2.5 to go.
Would you go the 2 here or just keep the pressure on?
I'm thinking jugular.
They're going to go
they go the scrum again.
Good on them.
So, again, it's a almost little-known rule, but if the Titans were to infringe here, player automatically goes to the sin bin from this scrum. If they broke early,
don't go early.
But the referee tells them not to go early. I don't know why that is. So Bird feeding the scrum. And again they come left side with Fino. I've seen that before. He's tackled 7 metres away from the line.
6 more, regrip.
Set restart on that play. Little with the ball. Bird. Then for Couchman. And Toby will be called to play at 5 away from the line. Little now. It's with Ben Hunt. He finds Ryan Couchman, who offloads. Luciano Leilua scores. Sit back and watch the Couchman show, because they are everywhere, and this time Leilua scores the Dragons' try.
Yeah, they've got all the skills, haven't they? The Couchman boys, this time with the offload, a little bit of footwork at the line. But once Leilua got the footy, you're not going to stop him that close to the line. He just barges over the top. It's been a brilliant second 20 minutes here. Look at that, just throws out the right arm, pulls it in. Leilua too good. Couchman, both boys have been excellent. Look at that for an offload. Great skill.
Yeah, the confidence to do it. And you're not talking a lot of first grade experience when you talk about Ryan. Today is only his 9th career game. And 4th for the year. That's a superb offload. That's a genuine try assist from this back rower. And I've got to say this, I'll make a statement. The Dragons are playing like a top 8 side right at the moment.
Yeah,
if they carry on from here, they are in the 8. They are playing like a side that deserves to be in the top 8.
Well, the thing is, they've got a lot of players that are putting in that are playing well. So that's the big thing. You've got to be on song. The hardest part is to get there. And there's a little bit of pressure on him here this afternoon. And apart from the first couple of minutes, they have been dominant. They're hungry for more points.
Haven't lost back-to-back blockers since round 8 and 9, the Dragons. If only Shane Flanagan could find the key to consistency. Lomax with a kick, this for a 20-point lead. And that is the story, 20 points. The Dragons to the good on a day where the incentive is win and you're in the 8s. There's a few teams not happy about the scoreline at the moment below the Dragons. One of them will feature later this afternoon, the Knights, when they take on the Sharks. But Kevy's Broncos would have been cheering hard for a Titans win today. On the bye weekend, Brisbane.
Well, the easy thing for the Titans to do with the breeze in the second half, or the win in the second half, is put the Q in the rack. We'll see how much fight they've got in them.
Those points they've scored in the first half in over 2 years. The Dragons, round 15-22, you've got to go back to the last play of the first half. Put the Q in the rack. The pies will taste rather fine at half-time if you're a Dragons fan. Having conceded the first try, they then put on 5 of their own. Half-time, St George Illawarra 26, the Gold Coast Titans 6.
Forward any sort of lapses on this Titan side, nothing to lose. The shackles should be off in the second half here.
Second half underway. Lomax's kickoff is anyone's. It was up in the breeze. He came down short of the 20-metre line. That's about as far as he can get it. Kicking into the strongest gust. Fafita did well to catch it. The Dragons too, not that you want to look too far ahead, but they are back in Wollongong next week against Cronulla. Away to Parramatta. Then at Cogra in the final round against Canberra. There are tougher draws than what confronts the Dragons, provided they get through today. 10 short of halfway, the Titans. Scored in the opening set of the first half. Their only points, this was the player. Set it all up, Keanu Kinney. Back away for Foran. He's a kick from a long way out. Sloan is with it. Has had a good afternoon without providing that great moment yet. Sloan, not to say that he won't do it, but that's his 8th carry of the day. Now for Tui Pilotu. He's been good, 14 runs now, over 140 metres for the Dragons left winger. Clean bill of health on the injury front in the first half. We're yet to see the 19-year-old Lycan Tui.
I reckon the stage is set here for Fafita too. David Fafita was relatively quiet in the first half, but if there's any sort of chance, they need to lift the tempo.
King Tonga would come into the match and maybe get 15 minutes if they're on top. A flying Fiona over the top. Max with a catch. Titans will have the ball. There's King Tonga. That would be the plan, I would say. Last 15 minutes of the match. And if there's a space, maybe you'll get on a little earlier, but it's a big day for him on the NRL debut. Jojo Fafita into the Dragons half. Verrills, Lulu on this run. Probably looking towards more than just Kinney to light them up. Campbell's been quiet. He's on the left side of the ruck. There's Kinney up in the front line. Sami brings it back in field for the Titans. 4th tackle, 29 from the St George Illawarra line. Verrills for Foran. Runners around him inside and out. Randall was the man on the inside. Last play it is for the Titans. With Verrills, Campbell now, left foot. And that is timid. The end of the set, it wasn't incredibly sharp from Campbell. The ball is handed over. Matt Russell on the sideline. Shane Flanagan No doubt a happy man at halftime.
Well, actually, both coaches were fired up at halftime, interestingly. Shane Flanagan willing his team on and making very clear that he wanted them to go for the jugular. He actually wanted better defence after the kick, so wanting more and more Shane Flanagan. Des Hasler imitating a music conductor often at halftime, really frustrated with his team. He made the second half all about defence, and one quote that got relayed to me, if you don't want to tackle, you don't want to play next weekend.
Okay, well that puts it on the line. Toby Couchman, we watched Des Hasler come back from the dressing rooms over to the grandstand, and he was yapping away to the assistant coaches the entire distance, all along. Clipped on the way through there. That is Matt, playing it for Leilua. They're 30 from the line. Hunt turns it inside. Short side shot. They get it wrong, the Dragons. Not quite precise. But they've started in a positive fashion.
Just trying to catch him short on that blind side there. That time the Titans. Well, that just reversed back there. Just tried to tip the ball on, but good signs too for the Dragons. Little starting to run out of dummy half. He set up that try in the first half. He's going to be dangerous. Trying to pack around the middle. They were slaughtered through there last week. He'll be well aware of that.
There's been very little for Sam Verrills to counter for the Titans. He's only had the one run out of dummy half today. He's passing for Randall. Nice right foot step there. Got him to halfway. Verrills on a set restart. Campbell along to Kelly. And Kelly got away from Hunt. Now Sewer is in there in quite a wrestle. 22 from the line, the Titans desperate to score first. Campbell, Mahulu, little left foot jig there in front of the Dragons posts. Lots of tackles up their sleeve here. And Randall again changes direction, loses the ball. May have been touched by a Dragon, it was. Fleece Haas ends up with it. And the set starts again for the Titans. Now Verrills. And onto the ball comes Isaac Liu. Low tackle Ryan Couchman. Verrills with it. For Foreign. Steadies up. Campbell's put it down. Campbell though, play to the whistle. It may have been touched by a Dragon.
I believe he negates the knock-on by kicking the ball.
There you go. Referee Wyatt Raymond says Campbell gets a boot to the ball before it hit the ground, therefore play on.
Yeah, it looks like it was knocked down by one of the Dragons there. Campbell just plays to the whistle, kicks the ball through. Here's a Harvey Norman replay here at the line. Now we called for a little bit more ball running here. There it is. That's play on. That's good play, instinctive. Plays on, off the boot. Deliberately hits it before it hits the ground. And a little bit of luck going the Titans' way. They needed it.
Yeah, it did. Well, you can't question the replay. It's absolute luck. He drops it onto his left foot. Now, just to explain, it has to be a try. The Harvey Norman replay confirms it is a try. That in that instance, if you drop the ball and it hits the ground and then you kick it, that would be a knock-on. If you deliberately go for a kick but it hits the ground before the foot, then that's play on. But in that case, he's lost the ball. There's no question it's hit the foot before it hit the ground. I don't think you can argue with the call at all.
I just wonder how much that's going to rev him up now. The try's been given. Good place to score too for Campbell under the post. Easy conversion.
I mean, it's still not the Campbell we expect to see. He lost the ball. It was a bad play.
That's the lift they might have needed too. They needed something after being behind 26-6 at half time. They needed to score first. They've done that.
I wonder whether Desi would even be tempted just for a short period, swap him around. Campbell goes back to fullback. Kitty comes up in the front line and attack, and Campbell can sweep around and
you know what I'd be doing?
do his thing.
I'd be getting Brimson on.
Brimson on. Well, they're not out of it. 26-12, Breeze at their back, and we've seen this side produce big scoring rushes before. We've seen them concede big scoring rushes, but they can do it themselves. As recent as a fortnight ago against Brisbane. Put 36 on. So they're with a 25 away from their own line. Still Brimson waits to come into the action. And probably if you're a Titan fan, you wanted to see something explosive from David Fifita. He's in that pack horse moment just with his hit-ups. His forehand passes on to Kitty. A little more fluent there. Titans 40 away. Some good signs here. Desi's side have come alive. Randall to centre field. Then passes back. Forehand kept it going on the outside. And Philip Sami retained by the defence. Tackle number 5. This is forehand. Bomb with chasers. They'll contest every kick now. No. You can probably pick better targets than that. Zach Lomax on the end of that kick from the Titans.
It's a funny tactic. They've kicked to him all afternoon, Lomax, but whether they want tacklers around him rather than get the ball. I don't know what the tactic really is. I'll be kicking the other side. He cleans him up quite comfortably, doesn't he, Lomax?
Well, he hasn't put one down today, but the ones he has put down is the attacking ones that could have been tries for St George Illawarra. But Tui Pilotu hasn't really been tested under a bomb where they've chased hard. Maybe that comes up next. DeBellin on this run back. Suddenly the crowd's a little more tense. 26-12. Hunt kicks from inside the 40. And a pretty good strike. Kinney on the fingertips. Back into the 10 he went. Bringing it back for the Titans. And they've got the chase spot on, the Dragons there. Ryan Couchman with the tackle. Off he came, Pereira. So here we go through a game where the Titans score and he doesn't. Sitting on 20 tries for the season. Titans getting ready to make a change. Lee will come off. Clark will come onto the field. Merrill's on to Campbell. Campbell without a tackle bust. It just doesn't. I want to say it, but it's a bit lifeless, the performance from Jaden Campbell, who normally is like the cork bobbing around in the ocean. He's bouncing around. It's not happening there today. With it is forward. A kick from 45 metres out. Sloan called into action again. Got big on him. Still a good catch. Tyrell Sloan. And the Dragons with the ball on their own 10.
I don't know how they can go through a full set of 6 and not try and get the feet of the football. It's who's getting you the ball a lot of the times too. He's getting it flat-footed right next to the ruck. That's not his go. I think Foran's got to try and take control on this left side that Fifita is playing. Unlocking.
That's a pretty fair observation, Blocker. They need to win here. He's one of their main men. He's involved in the tackle as the Dragons work hard here. Applause for the run of Tui Pilotu. And followed up by DeBellin, almost back to halfway. Fans appreciative of the hard work there from the Dragons. 5 tackles up. Hunt goes high again. This could be a contest. Lomax there, got the ball, hopping onto his back though. It was Kelly, he wasn't about to let go.
Knock on, was it? Turnover.
End of the set for St George Illawarra.
See Hunt herring up on the outside then. Had they been able to get him the ball, he was away. There's AJ, get him on.
Titans outside their 30. Russell has been out on fan watch in the crowd because we are celebrating Kieran Foran's 300th. I think he spotted a few well-known faces in the crowd. David Fifita on that run over the 40.
Vossi a couple of stints at the Seagulls, 196 of his 300 games at Manly, and great to see the Seagulls make the sizable trip down to Wollongong today. Jake Trebojevic up there and his schoolboy rugby league teammate Mitch Pearce there. A big chunk of Seagulls here to cheer on this man, Kieran Foran.
It's a good sport, isn't it, Matty? That's great support from former teammates.
Kieran Foran being left on the ground too. I think it was a late shot there from DeBellin. He's still on the ground.
He's not happy. He put the arms out. Foran's called him out.
Yeah, you've got it.
Something hit him in the head here.
Ooh. This is an important moment here. If the left shoulder gets him flush on the head.
Well, if it does get him
flush.
Well,
it might be 12 men.
Well, that's a 10-minute sin bin, isn't it, if he gets him in the head?
Yeah, I got you, mate.
All right.
And it's not like Kieran Foran will stay down too.
Chris Butler, the bunker, has spoken. Jack, you might have to tell your story walking.
So there's direct shoulder to the head with moderate force and there's no mitigation. Okay, so he's on report, he's in the bin.
He's in the bin. And the dressing room is at least 60, 70 metres from where he's been. Might take him a period to get off there. He has to head all the way down to the southern end. Jack de Belin, to his credit, he's jogging off. Well, game on, Steve. 26-12, 13 against 12, and 28 to go.
Well, you think about the little bit of luck they had through the try. They scored the first one of the second half for the Titans. Now, de Belin off for 10. You've got your opportunity. It's how good you are at taking it now. They've got to awaken out of a slumber, this Titans side.
Play one, 25 away from the Dragons line. Wind at their back. You could say wind in the sails now for the Titans. Bahulu revved up on that run. Toby Couchman and Leilua stood their ground there. Verrills up. Clark forward. Fafita in a wrestle with Hunts.
Tackle Hunt.
He did not let go. Sewer was his bodyguard down low. Now Campbell and Clark and Foran. They are having a red-hot crack here, the Titans. A real test of the St George Illawarra defence. Foran this time to Haas. The Dragons do the job for the moment. Verrills dummy half. Back for Foran. Kick across the face. Lomax is there. Knocked forward by the Titans.
First one Titans, second one Dragons.
Yeah, first one Titans. They got the hand on the ball.
Keep kicking Lomax's way. I don't get it.
I don't know that. Maybe it stops him to get wound up with big runs, but
It's a great leap, mind you, for Lofi Khan Pereira, but I'm attacking Christian Tuipulotu.
we don't know how good he is under the high ball because we haven't seen it.
That's right. This might be fantastic. But not today. We haven't seen any test of him. So Dragons with the ball. That was a big set for them. Titans have picked up plenty of notches on what they produced for much of the first half in attack. 26 and a half to go. 8 minutes in the bin for Jack de Belin.
It's a good run from Sewer. Exactly the type of run that you need in that sort of situation.
Five inside their own half. Toby Couchman, another run. He's had 8 of them. 80 metres, 20 tackles. Ryan's had 7 and 21 tackles. Back for Ben Hunt. Kicking high again from 45 metres out. Lomax is there again, and Khan Pereira bravely stands his ground.
Great take. Under all sorts of pressure, Khan Pereira.
You're not getting any peaks, are you, down that side? The Dragons are playing at every high ball they put up. Now Fafita with it. He's their first try scorer from the first half. Campbell on to Jolliffe. Back on for the Titans. Blockers on AJ Grimson. Watch! Titan through the centre. Kitty, the perfect man to support. Takes on Sloan. What a tackle! And Sloan with momentum. Almost dragged him into the hot dog stand. Titans 20 from the line. Sami now takes a run at them.
Well, there's the improvement there from Sloan.
Can you believe last tackle Philip Sami was unaware?
Have a look at it. Have a look at the outside backs here on the left-hand side of the Titans. They're all throwing their arms up. What are you doing? Great tackle, Sloan. That's the improvement of that young fella. Put back the reserve grade a little bit earlier in the year because of that. It's a brilliant tackle.
Well, Philip Sami acknowledged, sorry guys, but boy, it's a bad blunder. It's a bad blunder. Game awareness not there. They had him rattled on the rack. He takes a one-out hit up. Changeover. 26-12. The Titans looking to hunt down the Dragons here. Great moment, wasn't it? The two young fullbacks meeting.
They tried to beat him on the outside with pace too. That was a good thing. Sloan too quick.
Toby Couchman to the bench, and Eisenhuth back into the game for the Dragons. Ryan remains out there for them. the man tackled there.
Oh! No,
Dragons
not
getting ready to load up and kick down the right side again. Here we go. Hunt kicks. Lomax and Fine coming through. Can't Pereira. Slides in to catch it.
Stand, hold.
So plenty of time. 24 to go. Still that one-man advantage to the Titans. They would want to be at least back to 8 down, wouldn't they? With the one-man advantage blocker by the time DeBellin gets back out there.
Yeah, certainly. That's why I get AJ Brimson on straight away.
Ball lost, but they get the penalty. Kinney lost the ball there. But referee Raymond rules against the Dragons. They've had the hand trodden on here, Keanu Kinney. That's what happens. He's at the bottom of all of that. See, sometimes you plant the ball down and can go the other way. Fafita bumping up into Sewer again.
Well done.
They're having a little chat on the way down.
Nice. Love that confrontation.
Dave Fafita, well handled there. Now for Kelly. Another set where the Titans are on the front foot. 14 points the difference. Clark is tackled. No one's locking the Dragons back into the 8 just yet. Verrills, right, Foran, on the ball, Kinney. Then another run. He's 18th of the day. He's had 250 running metres. Keanu Kinney. Ball with Jolliffe. This is Clark. On to Foran. Foran doesn't pass to Fafita. That was a little odd. Tackled 8 metres out. Fafita. Dummy half for Clark. Wasted tackle really on the 5th. Will they dare kick out to the right side? Verrills looks up. Sees Foran. Yes, he will. He'll try a kick to the right. The ball is free. Dragons save the day on the line. Bird got there somehow.
Yeah, it's good play there from Bird. In and around the ball there. They got numbers. Ball comes out the back. Bird saves the day there for the Dragons.
So Tuipulotu was under pressure. 2 men challenging, not just one. He couldn't get to it. That surely is not the last bomb they hoist that side.
Well, that should be the indication. In all sorts under that high ball there. There's a knock on.
Lomax has lost it.
Into a defender, I've ruled knock on.
There you go.
I've ruled into a defender.
Well, they're getting ample chances.
No, they're going to challenge. So Zach Lomax communicates to his captain. Jack Bird was complaining, but that's not a challenge.
On Dragons, they believe it's stripped.
All right, big call right at the moment. When you're down to 12, 21 to go. If the Titans get the ball, they'll have it 20 metres out.
Gives your team a little bit of a breather too.
Looking at the actions here of Brian Kelly, looking to clear any high contact first.
Some onus on hanging on to the ball here.
Tell you what, the high contact suddenly comes in that could...
The contact is indirect, but it does come up and make contact with the head. This is a penalty. The challenge will be successful.
Well, that wasn't the intention of the challenge, I don't think, but they're getting a penalty out of it. And with that win, they might even just tap and run here, the Dragons.
Challenge successful, yeah.
Well, that's a result for them, St George Illawarra. You know what the crowd wanted? They wanted sin bin, but they're saying it was indirect contact, was the description of bunker man Butler.
He's had a game this afternoon.
No surprise here.
Exactly what they've done.
What's that? Don't take a risk. Laurie with a run. That was well sold by the Dragons. Again, the Titans not attuned to the situation. Crowds livened up here. Bird and Hunts. Sewer. The battle with Fafita. Fafita tries to rip the top half of his body off there, I think, David Fafita. Now he's a tangle with Jaden Sewer. Then he gives him a little face palm on the way out. Can't say Laurie was tackled there. He just fell over. He's 33 from the Titans line. Sloan. Leilua. Last play, Dragons haven't really had much time with the ball deep inside the Titans half since the break. High ball over the top. Fiona dropped it back and kicked it. Kicked it backwards. Then Hunt passed to Lomax. Lomax flicks it over the sideline. Well, I wish something had come of that, because it would have been maybe the greatest try ever scored.
Yeah,
But,
two no-look passes.
what about the kick? What about kicking the ball backwards? Dropping the ball and kicking it back. Watch Fiona here. Is that what he did here? He drops it, kicks it back, 10 metres block.
That was deliberate.
Yeah, wow. As I said, would have been one of the great tries.
Tom, off the arm.
So just over a minute remaining in the bin for de Bellin. 19 and a half to go. Jack has made his way from the dressing rooms at the southern end to the sideline. And now Kinney asks another question of the Dragons' defence. He could end up with 400 running metres the way he's going. Pushed along for Foran. Earlier ball for Fafita block. Spot on.
Can't put him on the ground once he winds up.
Kelly to Campbell to Clark. Palacia was a decoy. Foran, there's an overlap. Kinney with it. Kept going. Sami doesn't pass the ball, and Fiona drives him into the turf. Last tackle, Titans. Last tackle. Weaving, Kinney. Clark, he hasn't got a kick in him, has he? Aaron Clark, no. Fafita has. It's a dab towards the post. Byrne is there again. Byrne has been, well, I think 3 times today a saviour on kicks.
Yeah, he's cleaned up, read the play really well there. Fafita with the grubber kick. Bird, somehow, the chase wasn't that good defensively there by the Titans. Gets back into further play. There's some heavy contact.
So de Bellin will come back from the bin now. 26 to 12. But in the second half, they're toiling away, the Dragons. The Titans are 14 from 14 in the second half, their completion rate. And quite simply, the Dragons cannot get down the Titans' end of the field. They haven't had a tackle inside the Titans' 20. They've had only 5 tackles inside the Titans' half since the break. Breeze is a factor, and an improved Titans, obviously, a factor.
Hold!
Now Khan Pereira. They are not out of this, the Gold Coast. There's a few nervous Dragons fans close to our commentary box. Shane Flanagan, the coach's box, is a couple away from where we broadcast from. He knows his team's got work to do. Forward off Palacia, on to Kelly. Kelly through the hunt tackle. They're inside the 20 yet again. Campbell, step right and left. Tackled by Little.
I don't think he's 100%,
No,
Campbell.
it's not done with the sharpness we expect. Foreign kicks over to Tui Pilotu's side. Their defusal is to knock it over the dead ball line.
They've been under sustained pressure, haven't they, the Dragons? Titans throwing everything at them. They'll need to be able to defend like this come semi-final time if they make it.
Just come to a halt. The possession states. AJ Brimson waits to get on with their season in the balance. 26 to 12. The dropout, it might not go the 10. And although then again it will.
Knock on from Titans on the ground.
Well, the Dragons had it. They got a bit of luck go their way, and then a knock-on was found in all of that.
Captain's challenge, Bucky. On-field ruling is first knock-on's Titans.
Unless the Saints have picked up the ball before it's got the 10 metres.
Well, it's saying first knock on Titans, so a little hand in the middle of this. They had to wait for it to go the 10.
Dragons kick chases onside.
Look at this, they're all standing around, then all of a sudden the ball decides to do that. They have to get out of the way, watch it,
There's no touch at this point.
It's
The
not
Dragon gets the hands of the ball first as the ball travels 10 metres. That's the first breach. Knock on Dragons. Challenge is successful.
Yeah. So Titans win the challenge, they'll come up with a ball.
Was there a case for him that he was trying to knock the ball back towards his own goal line there, Eisenhuth?
You're on your own, Block.
Thank you. Thanks for your support.
26 to 12. 16 to go.
Had a bit to go their way in the second half, the Titans.
Oh, this I don't want to death right. This got 26-24 on it at the moment. I think the Titans got a couple more. Whether they score them back-to-back is another thing, but I think there's another couple of tries in the Titans.
5 seconds in.
16 to go. First of those two might come right here. Here it is from the scrum. To the right side, look who bobs up there. Fafita. Play one, 8 metres from the line. Now Sami. So the perfect completion rate, Titans second half. They've had 15, Dragons only 7 in the second half. Verrills with it. Across to Foran, dummy, they're set. On the left, Campbell out to Kelly. Kelly takes on Hunt, got rid of him. 5 metres away. Intense pressure on the Dragons. Looking to find their way into the top 8 with a win today. Palacia to play at this time. That's the 4th. Verrills yet to have a crack from dummy half himself. Clark to Folland, floats it over the top. Carl Pereira's got another one, or Fafita rather, has another one for the Titans. His second for the day, and they're not out of this contest by any stretch.
Well, we saw Ben Hunt do exactly the same thing in the first half. Just hold that ball up, the floating pass over the top. Carl Pereira finishes it off. Fafita, sorry. Beautiful pass, look at that. Both halfbacks trying to take control here.
If you're a Dragon, how nervous are you, Block?
Well, they've had a lot of possession in the second half, and what they've done with it too, they've completed. So that'll make them excited. They've gone back-to-back in this second half, try scoring, so I reckon they'll be pretty confident here.
This makes the chase hard, of course, this breeze. Not easy for the goal kick here. It's fine to say the breeze at the back of the Titans, but that brings a fair bit of judgment in for the goal kicker. Now, we saw Lomax in this same position in the first half, thinking, I'll aim left post, and the breeze will carry it in, and it stayed outside left post.
I'm going to stay out of it this time.
You'll stay out of it, Block. So over to Campbell. What's his aim? They need every 4 to be converted into 6. Campbell, well, I don't know what role the breeze will play there. He put it 15 metres to the right-hand side of the posts. 26-16. So much football ahead of us in this one. What about our start to next season? We are looking forward to it already. And if you want to get off to Vegas, tickets and travel packages are on sale now at nrl.com/Vegas. Rugby League Vegas, Blocker, let's go. I know what you think about it, but I will say this, if you are contemplating going, Allegiant Stadium may be the best stadium you've ever been to. It is amazing. It's a rock show in itself. The stadium, the venue for the 4 matches we'll have for you next year.
Got everything crossed that you'd possibly have crossed. How's that?
Interesting image. Joliffe to play it on his own 30. Verrills with the ball. Clark. Campbell. Oh, that was almost the moment to get him back into the game. Jaden Campbell.
Sewer, great tackle.
Now for feed up. Offload to Clark. On the bounce. Cleese Haas with the ball. They're under assault, the Dragons, at the moment. Possession in the second half. It's over 60% to the Titans now. This will be 17 from 17 completed sets for the Gold Coast. Back it goes for Foran. Sloan on the run. Good catch again, Tyrell Sloan. And all the chases are there for the Titans.
And they love holding him up, try and take some yards back off Sloan there. Probably bombed him too far out, the real pressure on him. Need to get a little bit closer.
If you're the southern end of the ground, you're not seeing more football in front of you all day. The Dragons just cannot get the ball to the other end of the field. This is going to be quite a ride all the way to full time. Hunt with it, dummy to Sloan. Then on for Lomax. They're on their 30, and that's the last tackle. That's where they kick from again. They're flat out getting the ball off the kick over halfway. Hunt's ball. It'll be taken on the run by Kinney. Caught it on the 30, brings it back to within 6 of halfway. The Titans leading every department now since half-time, but just not the scoreboard. Overall, damage done first half. 26-6 it was at the break. Verrill's taken from the field, and AJ Brimson gets out there as a dummy half for the Titans. Blocker shakes his head, doesn't think that's the role for AJ. Ball with Palacia. Then Foran, Fafita, big run down the middle.
See, so hard to stop when he cuts back on the inside late. It's a good run there by Fafita.
And a set restart blocker. Laurie gave it away. Brimson with his first dummy half run. 26-16. Campbell has a run at them. Well, I said I thought there was at least 2 more tries in the Titans. They get one here, I think there's 3. Fafita.
He's wasted a couple of tackles there.
He didn't go hard at it there, trying to force his way over. Clark has had a lot of touches since coming back on. Brimson. And swings it back to 4 inside. Kick from 4, and there is no one there. There is no one there. Fiona ends up with it, and yes, we'll have a line dropout, but some sort of breakdown in communication on the 4 and kick there.
Something a little bit different there from Foran. It's nicely weighted.
Well, Lycan King Tongia about to come on. Matty Russell, he just flashed past you. He's going to come on with the game in the balance, 10 the difference.
Wearing 19, he's a 19-year-old from country Queensland, born Auckland, played all 4 grades for the Dragons this year. Short goal line dropout, more on Lycan King Tongia as the game unfolds, Andrew.
He's waiting to come on, and the Dragons burn. He has been like a seagull to a chip today. Jack Bird around the ball.
He's been the clean-up merchant, hasn't he? Again, we see the Dragons battling to get up over that halfway line.
Didn't they need that? They need that ball off the... And that's what makes the 4 and kick, you know. These days, it's not repeat set, is it? And it was such a kick that offered... They didn't ask anything of the Dragons' defence, and then they get the ball back. Bolo on this run.
So, Andrew, it's Lycan King Tongia on for Jack Bird. He goes into the 5'8" position, having played SG Ball, Jersey Flegg, New South Wales Cup, and now the former Dalby Devil is a St George Illawarra Dragon at NRL level.
Oh, how would his heart rate be now? Hunt kicks as hard as he can. Now wants it to pull up. Kinney with it in goal. Dragons chases there. Make the tackle on Kinney. Yes, they do. Hunt was the man who led the charge. That's their biggest play of the second half so far, the Dragons. If only they could force a mistake from the Titans. Good run, Khan Pereira. Outside the 20, the Titans. Followed up by Fafita. There hasn't been too many sets where they've had to work through 3 or 4 to get outside their 30. 4 and a long here. Kelly, good tackle. That was Ben Hunt. Fafita for Clark. He'll take it up to tackle number 5. 5 minutes inside the Dragons' half. 8.5 to go. 10 points the difference. Campbell puts up a monster. Sloan underneath it. Sloan again, it got big. But able to bring it back for St George Illawarra. Most of the bombs Sloan has caught have been high up on the shoulder. But it's been good. He's got the job done.
Just having a look at Kelly here with the trainer, the left-hand side defensively for the Titans. Just getting back in the line now. I wonder if Hunt will look up and see that. Might come at him here in a minute.
5 tries in the first half. The Dragons, none since. Bolo, big run. Last tackle. Dragons still can't get a tackle. Over halfway. Hunt kicks. Down to the corner of Khan Pereira. Kinney is there with it. They have the strike, the Titans. Look at this bloke running the ball back. Trying to get around DeBellin. Titans tackle 125 from their own line.
He's nearly run for 300 metres. Unbelievable.
Okay, there's a little shuffle here. So Brimson's stint at dummy half, I think, will end. Randall comes back on now. So Randall goes to dummy half, and Brimson can look to be the strike attacking player.
Yeah, you need him sniffing around the ruck too. A little bit of anticipation. He's got wonderful pace. His head down. The blokes are playing the ball at dummy half. No vision for him.
I think Des decided dummy half's not his go. Not going to make any difference today. Jolliffe on that run. Last tackle, Titans. They go short side. For it. Kick. Sloan again. Has to catch it. Chases are there. Sloan lost it. And the ball ends up in the hands of Hunts. St George Illawarra off their own line. Lomax. Oh, boy, they've come in after the held call. Kelly went hard at the legs there. V&A for St George Illawarra, good carry. Back to the 20. How tense is all of this? Lomax along to Matt V&A this time. The brothers trying to come up with a win. The two sets of brothers in the Dragons side. De Bellum now. Last play again. Second half stats. There's just nothing inside the Titans. Hunt kicks. Kinney, an interesting trap on the knee to bring it back. Chase is there. Trying to tick every box. The Dragons. Kingongia the first one down there. Titans this time start a set on the 30.
It's a huge set now, the biggest of the game now for the Titans. 5.5 to go. Got to score in this set somehow.
Just short of halfway. They've had 21 tackles inside the Dragons' 22nd half. That's inside the 20. The Dragons, again, have only had 5 tackles inside the Titans' half since the break. Ball with Fafita. Oh, this time Fafita is hit. The last man in went hard at him.
Jack de Bellum, it was fair game.
Last tackle play. Campbell kicking from outside the 30. Sloan is there, he's lost it. And Eisenhuth. Referee Raymond said it was touched by the Titans. And the Dragons come up with a ball.
Well, that was a big one there, competing for the high ball. The Dragons lucky to get away with that one. There's de Bellum, third man in.
Didn't hold back. Still a 0 tackle here for the Dragons. I reckon the crowd should give a standing ovation if they get inside the Titans half in this set. Probably on the run. There they go. Well, that counts as halfway. The next play, it's a whole new ball game. There they are, in the Titans half. Hunt got through a tackle from Kelly. Wouldn't have knocked a maggot off a chop, but it's given up a penalty, and now the Dragons have their chance.
Just a little bit high there, just snuck up off the ball. Hunt,
where's the mark?
He'll just take that all day. Tough as teak.
Oh, he barely flinched. Well, I know the crowd reacted. I don't think Ben reacted. I thought he was actually fine with the tackle.
He just went off.
He was fine with it. So the Dragons will slow it down. We'll take stock of this. 4 minutes to go. In some ways, it's one set away. Do something this set. At the very least, hem the Titans inside their own 10 and make them come up with something magical. And they have to do it twice. One scoring play won't win it for them.
Well, Ben Hunt will come up with something, I'm sure. He'll be screaming as we speak.
That's their first tackle in the 20 in the second half. Little with the ball. Little embarrasses the defence. He went under Jamin Jolliffe. Now the Dragons on the line. Molo hasn't scored a try all year.
It's on the ground at the end.
He's got it down.
He has too.
Francis, the bulldozer Molo.
You can see the chalk there. Took him a while to get down to the ground there, but the ball's on the line. That's a try, Molo. I was wondering, what are you doing there?
Well, if you had him for the last try scorer, he obviously went to the early opener. Francis Molo, first 4-pointer for the year. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dragons are back in the top 8. Lock it in.
Geez, they've had to toil away in the second half too. Little again, he's been explosive out of dummy half, the opportunities that he's had. Molo goes in the dummy half. Marcus still on the ground. Can't hold him up. And there's the ball on the chalk right there.
There.
That's it.
It does eventually get there. Not there, but coming up. His hands under there. And there. Takes a stop. It's its way
It's
there.
a half an hour in slow motion.
That's it. Titans aren't happy with it. Kieran Foran saying, no way, he's played bunker. Kieran saying, you know what? I've played 300 games, mate. That's, I don't know, I can't give that a try. But they're not going to win it. Molo gets a try that has the Dragons back in the top 8 with 3 rounds to go. The Dolphins are now out of the 8. And the Dragons draw. Now we can seriously start talking about what is ahead for Shane Flanagan's side. To have a derby coming up here in Wollongong next week. My goodness, that game at 4 o'clock next week. Get your tickets now. St George Illawarra versus Cronulla in Wollongong next Sunday, 4 o'clock. You can watch it on Fox League, but this joint, can they build a grandstand on the hill before then? Because they might need it to fit them all in. It's a big game. Knights and Sharks is next up here on the Sunday ticket. And Lomax eases all the pressure. With 2 minutes to go, the Dragons are home, Matty.
After their highest scoring first half in 2 years, they finally have points in this lean second half. At the start of the season, plenty of people said these men on screen are going to run last. Others said if they could be in finals contention heading into the final month, it's a good season. If they make the playoffs, it's a great season. Well, there's their run home. Sharks, Eels, Raiders. Sharks in Wollongong, Para at Combank Stadium, Canberra at Cogra. That's the road they need to navigate to turn this good season into a great season by playing finals.
The kick-off from the Titans. Dragons end up with the ball. Stringing wins together hasn't been their strong suit. We've got a penalty here for interference. It goes the way of the Titans with 2 minutes to go. But with a 16-point lead, and they're going to challenge it as well.
Captain's challenge.
An overtime for us, Block.
On-field ruling is a penalty to the Titans for an escort by the Dragons.
Ahead of the Knights playing the Sharks. All or nothing for the Knights. They would have loved the Titans to win
keep
today.
chasing onside. Just looking at the run here of Matt Feeney.
So the Knights have to win now to stay 2 points out of the 8. It becomes sudden death for Newcastle the next game now against Cronulla. And of course, you Bulldogs fans, you're hoping Cronulla go down on the back of yet another success yesterday.
Matt Feeney runs across the line of the Titans player, denying him a chance to compete. The challenge is unsuccessful.
They won't win that one.
And Matt Feeney, so 1 minute 49 on the clock. Titans have done their dash, sadly for them. Sami, they've given us some moments this season, but I don't know. I almost wanted to declare them the most frustrating side in the comp. Because at times they're brilliant. They're so good to watch. So ball away from Randall to Foran. And up for Campbell. Little jig. Knocked down there by Hunts. Play on, and then the Titans come up with a few knock-ons of their own. First one against Benny Hunt.
Middle scrum, clock on.
A few games there between Ben Hunt and Kieran Foran. Try 631. A bit of a roll around in the grass there. 10 away from the line. 1 minute to go.
Keenan down. In.
Damage done in the first half here. Breeze has been a big factor. Quick goal past that. Kelly can't get it. Carl Pereira ended up with it for the Titans.
Hold.
The form of 2 weeks ago against Brisbane quickly disintegrated for the Titans. It disappeared. Palacia onto his back. Foran with it. Then Campbell on for Kinney. Kinney out for Fafita. Looking for a hat-trick. We've only caught a brief glimpse, but Des has got to work out what he does with Kinney, Campbell, Grimson, where he plays them.
He's had 25 runs this afternoon, Kinney. Unbelievable.
Well, he stays there, but where does Grimson now fit into the Titans attack? Can't see to play it. Dragons looking to hold on here. Campbell's kick, ricochet. Hunt with it. And the Dragons have done it. It's been a weekend of great results for the Dragons, set up for them to come to today, knowing what they had to do, and it is mission accomplished. 26-6 at half-time, but at full-time the margin is 16, and the Dragons are back in the 8. St George Illawarra 32, the Gold Coast Titans 16.